Hi friends, I am doing some meal prep for the week. I know most people would probably do meal prep at the beginning of the week. I generally do it at the end of the week, or sometimes during the middle of the week. It really just depends on, what stuff I have available to me. But today I'm going to be making some barbecue chicken, which one of my favorite things to make. I'm doing it in a crock pot. So let's begin. First, what I'd like to start out with is some Worcestershire sauce. This is like my general go-to to start out with. So I'm going to put a little bit of that in. I don't put a whole lot. I put a good bit, but I do it mainly just for one, to give it a nice base. For another thing, to make sure the seasonings stick onto the chicken. So I'm gonna start with I'm gonna start with some salt. I know that Worcestershire sauce is already pretty salty, and for most people this would be good for salt, but my husband and I both have pots, or at least we suspect we both have pots, so salt, good. Salt, good. So yeah, I just want to put some salt. I don't put a whole lot, but I put a decent amount. And now we're gonna do the black pepper. And I add a pretty good deal of that, to be honest. I do. Then after that, I do some minced onion. Because I like to get bits of onion, when I'm eating my chicken. You don't have to have onion if you don't like onion. You can just skip this step. You can also do onion powder if you don't want to actually taste the onions. I usually put a good deal of this because I like onion. Onion is very tasty to me. Except on a burger for whatever reason, unless it's grilled. I mean, explain that. But I like it on a pizza, so explain that, I guess. Okay, after that, this is actually going to be an experiment. I'm doing a little bit of leaf oregano. I've never really put this in chicken before, I don't think. But I'm going to try it, because I do love some oregano. So I'm gonna try that. And then, I know it's extra, but I put in a little bit of seasoned salt. I know that for most people, this is way too much salt. So, I don't actually suggest that if you can't handle salt, you put in all these salty ingredients. You just, kind of pick one, pick maybe two. And then some Montreal chicken by Grill Mates. This shit is amazing. And I put in a good bit of that. And then my favorite thing to add to everything, garlic powder. I love this. This shit is amazing. This is my favorite thing to put in food. But yeah, I put a good amount of garlic. I like it garlicky. And then we're gonna do some, if I can open it, we're gonna do some red cayenne pepper to give it a nice spice. Not too much of that, unless you want to burn your taste buds off. But for me, then some barbecue sauce. For me, crock pot meals are just like my salvation. I'm using Montgomery and barbecue sauce, by the way. This is made in Cincinnati, near where I live. Yeah, this is good shit. Like, this is like the barbecue sauce. I don't always use Montgomery in, but I do enjoy it. It's very nostalgic for me because my grandmama used to always get this. That was all we had growing up, was this Montgomery in. It doesn't taste like I remember it, but that's because, you know, the whole skimpflation, where like everything is starting to taste worse than we all remembered. But yeah, I make Crockpot meals because it is just a nice way to make stuff in bulk. I'm also putting in some honey. But it's a good way to make stuff in bulk and make sure that you have enough food for the week. Then I put this, sometimes I'll put it on high for a little bit, and then I'll turn it to low. So I just put it straight on low. It just really is dependent on how I'm feeling that particular day. Let me grab the lid for this. But for me, like, I'll put it on high if the chicken's frozen. This chicken happened to not be frozen. Also, I generally use chicken breast. And today I'm using 3 chicken breasts. So that should give us enough food probably until the middle of next week. Maybe takes the end of next week. I also do like make other things, you know, for lunches and whatnot. But using a crock pot, which I know you probably all already know this, but a crock pot is a great way for, you know, if you need to make something ahead of time, not quickly, but if you need to make something, you know, for dinner and you don't have the spoons to make everything all at once at dinner. Because I'm also going to be making some mashed potatoes and probably some veggies as well as mac and cheese. So, yeah, this is just a really good way to get things, you know, moving and to not have to do so much all at once. But, you know, that's pretty much the end of the video. I'll probably make another one later. Just to show you my process of making other stuff. Because I'm hitting the 8-minute mark and I need to stop talking. I blabber a lot. But I'm putting this on low. And I'll probably check back on this in about 2.5, 3 hours to see how it's going. And then gauge if I want to put it on high or low, or keep it on low. But yeah, you know, just you make this the way, you know, that you want to make it, like with whatever seasonings and whatever barbecue sauce you want. This is just how I do it, and I really always like how it comes out. You can also, I sometimes will add oranges to this, like I'll slice up some oranges. And I'll squeeze in some orange juice into there from fresh oranges. Now I will warn you, I've made this mistake a few times. You want to get the orange slices out before they completely disintegrate into the meat, because if you get that, then you will get just random bits of like oranges, and it'll just taste so strong and it'll throw the meal off. So just be wary of that.